Welcome to Hormones and Heels, where midlife women reclaim their power one bold step at a time.
So download and join the conversation because it's your time to shine. What if the reason you've been feeling flat, drained, or disconnected isn't about stress or hormones, but a lack of color in your life? In midlife, many women are subtly encouraged to fade, wear neutrals, simplify meals, keep their surrounding muted. But this quiet retreat into beige can make us feel invisible, physically and emotionally.
Here's the truth. Color speaks before you do. It takes 90 seconds to make a first impression, and 90% of that first impression is based on color. Color doesn't influence just how others see us. It affects how we feel in our own skin. It can shift our mood, boost our energy, and support our hormones. In this episode of Hormones and Heels, we are diving into how color in your wardrobe, your food, can be a powerful catalyst for confidence, vitality, and healing.
Hi, Sabrina.
Hi, Sandra. We have a very exciting episode today.
We do. Very exciting. So why do you think like colors matter more than everyone think?
Color isn't just visual. It's a vibration, it's an energy, and specifically how, for me working as an image consultant, the color travels up to the face. And so when you're wearing the wrong colors, it can actually, kill your glow. It can leave shadows, make you feel dull, but the right colors give you a natural glow.
Yeah, I think like every color has a different energetic signature.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I think like some colors might be more grounding, others can be calming, others can be very energetic.
Yes. And, from, in your discipline, when you're talking about the internal energy. And, when I advise my clients, so say, for instance, if I have a client and they're going on a job interview, I'm going to tell them that, if they ask me what to wear, I'm going to pick something that's blue, because blue gives that whole trustworthy feeling. So your interviewer is going to think, yes, this person, I can trust them.
Yeah, I think it goes even beyond that, don't you think? It's not just about what colors we surround ourselves with. It's because we are nourishing as well our nervous system.
Yes.
We are nourishing our energy field.
Yeah.
We are nourishing the unseen, if I may say.
And I'm looking at you right now, and you are wearing blue, and I am trusting you. And red.
You have this beautiful red on you today.
And, red gives out the confidence. It gives out the passion. And when you, want to give out you want people to feel your confidence, wearing red is a great color.
Exactly. But, when we think about like the rainbow of colors, because we are a lot about like the rainbow of colors, it's like a spectrum that is like, that is contained in the white colors. So it means like the white colors contain all the colors.
Yes.
So that's an interesting like thing to keep in mind.
Yeah.
So every colors are in the nature, basically.
Yes.
And we need to draw from them in a way or another through self-expression, through clothing,
through food.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's about like today we really want to talk about like how we can reclaim color
and use it as a tool for visibility and vitality in your diet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because you need color in your life.
Yes, it's an invitation to wholeness.
Yes.
In a way.
And we notice that in midlife, women start to shy away from colors. They start to choose, the beige over, something powerful like a red, which is going to make them more visible. They want to shy away. And, we also talk about the
Yeah,
beige plate.
exactly. So it's about like all those neutral, muted colors, the beige, the gray, you know, with less vibration, right? I mean, coming back to the red, because I think, I don't know, we spoke about the red since the beginning, but like, you know, I think red is associated from an energetics perspective. If you think about, for example, the chakras, it's about the roots, it's about the connection to your tribe. It's about like how you trust yourself, how you are seen in the world. But it's about security.
I love red. It's, I never used to wear red when I was younger. And we'll go into what colors I used to wear in a little bit. But, it takes me back to a story when, I don't know if you know this, Sandra.
Tell me.
But I used to work as a stylist for Delta Airlines back in New York.
Amazing.
And I was their on-site stylist, and I would help them, feeling and looking their best in their uniform. Because we know that when you look good, you feel good, you give out that confidence and that energy. And from a corporate standpoint, that's, a company's brand too, especially if you're, everyone's in uniform. Anyway, I used to see this common theme when I would speak to the ladies. They would be wearing this beautiful shade of red lipstick. And, one day I was like, I need to have that shade. I've seen it on a lot of women, and it just, when they would be speaking, I'd just be looking at their lips.
Did you manage to get the color?
I did. They took me to the duty-free shop, and I bought 2 of them actually. And then
Did you?
Yes, and
Is it your red signature color?
Yes, it is one of my red signature colors. And I think once you see red lipstick on your face and you start to embrace it, you actually miss it when it's not there, because it does make your face pop. And you could be wearing a fully black outfit, and then you have this beautiful pop of red lips. So it makes you feel alive.
Definitely. So why don't we jump on the black?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
black, before talking about other colors, because we just touch on it. And I think like it's very interesting. Even today I was having conversation with a lady at a networking event who said to me, oh, I need to stop wearing black. I need to stop wearing black. But like, it's a kind of like, black can be a good color for you, but sometimes it's not. How would you interpret that? I have an idea on it, but I would love to hear from you first.
Yeah, so from someone who's learnt about color and offers color as a service, firstly, I would have to say that black really only exists in one color palette, and that's the winter color palette. So let's just start from the beginning. So the way I think of black is, it's so easy to wear, right? It's everywhere. Like, and if you look at all the capsule wardrobe guides, you look in all the shops, there's always, black's always available. And women often gravitate to it because it's a very safe choice. And we're also taught that black is slimming. And so we will choose, like an all black outfit, and we think it hides, some lumps and bumps.
But when you use black too much, I think from my perspective, it reflects a chi, stagnation, the energy that stagnate. So it might translate by like, it could be translated by like, for example, having low motivation, feeling depressed because you just want to hide. You just said that,
exactly.
Right?
But what I was saying earlier about, black is only a signature color in the winter palette. We all wear black, and, I'm wearing some, black right now. However, as we get older, and in midlife we are older, black
Are you
actually,
sure?
black can be draining. Black, as I said, the color reflects upwards, and the black will show fine lines. It will, show, the dark circles. And so if you're, it doesn't make you look alive. And so there's so many other colors that you can pick that are going to make you look, slimmer. You can use tips, like dressing head to toe in one color. It doesn't have to be black. And so based on your point of depression and stagnation, I think that's exactly, how I feel about black.
Yeah, I mean, if it's well used, I think it could be powerful, and it's a sign of introspection, black. But if there is like a moving energy with it, or if it's not just used, as you said, overused, let's
so
say
I
that
think
way.
if you wear it intentionally, it can, you know, black is elegant. You know, when we see, you know, a woman dressed in, you know, a black dress and she has a beautiful necklace on and a red lip, and, you know, we look at her and we think, wow, you know, that lady looks intentional in how she's chosen it. But when you choose black to hide, or just because you don't have the confidence to wear another color, that's, you know,
That's a
where
different perspective.
Exactly.
But what about other vibrant colors? Like if let's pick yellow, for example.
Yes.
So what are your views on using yellow in general?
Well, a lot of people have some thoughts about yellow. A lot of, you know, and they also have some thoughts about orange. A lot of women, you know, don't, you know, tend to go for those colors, but, you know, they can look, if you find the right yellow, they can look beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. I think from my perspective, is how you, from an energetic perspective, it's how you express yourself in the world.
Yes, and yellow may not be a color that you choose to express yourself with, and that's okay. But there's so many other colors that, you know, you can choose other than black, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think all the colors are in the nature, aren't they?
I do have one beautiful yellow dress
Yeah.
that I need to get out. I feel like I can't remember the Disney princess when I wear it though. I think it's at Pocahontas.
Do you feel like Pocahontas?
I do feel like Pocahontas, and it's got these like off the shoulder Pocahontas sleeves too.
You know, but
I don't think it is Pocahontas. I think it's, I don't know, it could be Tiana, but it you know,
it's I
I know
don't
my
think.
daughters will know.
Yeah. I mean, I think like no, I don't remember like watching Pocahontas. I may not be of help on this one.
Yeah, it could be Tiana.
But you know what? This winter I bought like a bright yellow cashmere, and I love when I wear it. But it's not a color that I often wear. You know.
But it is a color that looks great on you. You know, I tend to wear more of a camel. You know, like I have a camel coat, and then I would wear maybe, you know, like a green underneath. Like I love seeing that combination together. So Sandra, we talk about colors in, you know, and how we wear them in our clothing. But something very interesting, you know, that you speak about is color, like eating your colors.
Yes, definitely. I think like food affects us at many levels. So of course it affects us physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. And if we draw back from the wisdom of ancient medicine, traditional Chinese medicine and Ayurvedic medicine, they understood that like food is medicine, and food like nourish like your energetic centers and nourish your energy as a whole. So I think like today in the modern world we live in, we tend to forget that wisdom. Food is only seen, I mean, it was seen for a very long time as calories only.
Yes.
You know, as just like you need to feed yourself, But I think like today with the functional medicine like rising,
food is becoming thought about as medicine.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, there are so many studies, and today we really like re-emphasize on the fact that like all the food like carries specific
health benefits.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have my brain. I had like
you know, you're making me think back to when I had my babies in New York.
Yeah.
And I remember speaking to my pediatrician and saying to her, you know, when they started eating food, are they getting enough nutrients? Are they getting enough nutrients? Should I be giving them vitamins? And what she said to me, if you're giving them a varied diet, they're getting everything that they need.
Exactly. I think like it's very important to understand like that every food, every color that you have on your plate carry specific compounds that have a specific action in your body. So all those phytonutrients that are like in the food. So the more you have like a palette of color in your plate, the more you nourish different
parts
of your body.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you know, I had a consultation with you, and part of it was for me to tell you what I was eating. And I actually think I eat very healthy. And it was only when you analyzed my results and then came back, and I found that, okay, what my healthy was not really, you know, ticking all the boxes. And so I was missing out on, you know, lots of nutrients that I could have been getting from my diet.
Yeah. For example, like just taking a couple of examples, like if you eat a lot of red foods like tomatoes, berries, pomegranate, you feed your heart system.
Okay.
You know, if you eat a lot of orange foods, for example, carrots,
Yes.
they contain like carotenoids.
And you can see in the dark.
That's
that
a
a
good
myth?
one. I don't know. I see.
Yeah. But what does the orange?
Yeah, so basically, like because they contain carotenoids, it's what makes that orangey color. It's a very powerful detoxification of the hormones. We are able to detoxify estrogen
Oh, wow.
if we have a carrot. So have a carrot a day, and you detoxify estrogen.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
So it's very important, you know. Like, but all the different foods.
So let's talk about green, because my husband's on this kick right now, and he's been trying to get me onto it. It's called it's AG1, and he drinks this green juice. And he said, you know, you need to, you know, get on this kick with me. And I was like, green juice.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to get into that debate about juicing, but green food in general are essential for hormonal balances and liver detoxification. So it's a group.
So whether you get your greens from a juice or Brussels sprouts, broccoli, you need
kale.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, all the greens. Like you detoxify basically hormones and toxins from your body. So those are the type of vegetables that will support
hormone health. I remember
and
I was at your house
yes.
and you made me this delicious salad, and it had cabbage in it, purple cabbage. And I was thinking to myself, I don't think I've eaten purple food for a while. Like I've had, you know, I do eat beets, but I was, you know, had gone off the beet trail. So,
yes.
you know, it's hard to eat purple foods. What are they?
Yeah. I mean, cabbage, it's a it's good for detoxification, sorry. But as well, it's very rich. I mean, purple food are very rich in antioxidants, and it supports the brain, you know. It's very good for memory. It's very good for cellular aging. So all the colors have a function, like from a science perspective, but as well like they nourish and different energetic centers.
Yeah. So what about, so really, let's just summarize on our plate. We need to have red, green, purple, orange.
May I say a rainbow of color will be ideal? Every colors you should have on your plate.
What about beige?
Yeah, or beige, okay. It's a very good question. So I would say that there is two things to consider. If you think in terms of beige, from the perspective, I will have like white bread, I will have pasta only, then you are not focusing on the right white food. But you need white food. Okay, like let's say, for example, onion, garlic.
Yeah.
They contain very important compounds that support like your immune system, for example.
Yeah.
So you need to have like food that have a therapeutic effect on your body.
Right.
But I don't think like white bread or pasta will have. Does it make sense?
No, it does make sense.
Yeah, so there's a nuance around white food.
Yeah. So there's the bad foods, which are, well, not bad, but there's the limit in quantity, but then there's also the garlic, the ginger, the onion.
Exactly.
That you need to eat.
Yeah. It's about like having that spectrum of colors, basically.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And I think like the more resilient we are, and the better we nourish ourselves, the more like we nourish our gut microbiome, we nourish like our brain as well. Don't forget, we detox, we reduce inflammation in our body. So the ripple effect is quite important.
Do you have any top foods that you would recommend for hormonal health, or really it comes down to variety.
I think as a starting point, I would say not to focus on specific nutrients or specific food groups. The most important thing to start with is one, getting rid of like all the ultra processed food from your diet and coming back to all food first, and then bringing variety in your plate. So aiming, for example, for 30 plants a week.
Oh, wow, that
is a
sounds
good
like
target.
a lot.
Yeah, but you have to include like herbs.
Garlic and herbs, yes.
And herbs and spices, so everything counts. But you would be surprised if like I was challenging you and telling you, Sabrina, why don't you try? I would love to challenge your listeners.
Well, I think I've got much better since we had a chat. Once you know, you're more aware of it.
Definitely. I think so. I think it's about bringing awareness to your plate. Don't you think?
Yes.
So let's come back to clothing. How do you choose a color that flatter your skin?
Yeah.
And that enhance like your natural beauty?
Oh, yes. So color analysis is the best way.
What is color analysis?
Yes. So color analysis is a process whereby we determine your natural undertone. So are you cool, warm, or neutral, somewhere in between?
Oh, yeah, I feel like you speak Chinese to me. What undertone
So
do
everyone,
I have, for example?
Well, that I would need to. I know what.
No, I don't want a
because
consultation now.
I spend enough time with you to know your undertone. But really, cool is pinkish, and warm, is you, Sandra. So
Is it?
Yes, yes. So it's more of a peachy undertone. And then we look at, the contrast in someone. Are they high contrast, medium contrast, low contrast? So high contrast would be, I'm going to go back to princesses like Snow White. She had very dark hair, very fair skin, and so that creates a high contrast. So we look at the contrast between your skin, your eyes, and your hair. And then we also look at brightness. Do you come across very bright or muted? And then, I analyze you with different drapes, and, we're going to hopefully show some drapes here. And then through that, we determine, the best colors that are going to, complement you. So, we've spoken about this before. So,
yeah, may I ask you a personal question, Sabrina?
Yes.
Yeah. What about your own color analysis? Did you have one?
Yeah, so when I was training to become an image consultant, part of the course was having your own color analysis done, as well as, learning how to do a color analysis. So I learned how to do it in person and was draped in person. And, it's like an art mixed with a science. You need to train your eye to see. And I had been living in New York for some time, when I went and did my image consulting. And my wardrobe had become, like pastel pink, black, gray, and maybe there was like another color thrown in there, but that was the majority of my clothes. And so I had my color analysis done, and baby pink was not in there, and black was, but obviously it wasn't like one of my key colors, and either was gray. And there was this whole spectrum of colors that they gave me that, I could play with, but I didn't like my colors, and I was very upset it didn't have baby pink in.
Oh my God.
And so
was it about grieving your baby pink? What happened?
So I decided that I wasn't going to offer color analysis because I, didn't see my pink in there. And so I traveled to London to do this course. I went back to New York. And I just carried on. But, something in my head was like, maybe I should give this a chance. So one day I went into Lululemon, and instead of picking out a washed out pink workout top, I picked out this fabulous navy workout top. And I put it on in the changing room, and the lights were kind of like really bright. And I was like, let me just take it home and see it.
So was it part of your color?
It was.
This blue.
It was. And I didn't really have any blue in my wardrobe at the time, which was kind of crazy.
And how did it feel when you put it on?
I put it on, and I was like, oh my God. Like my face, I was standing in front of like the natural light, and I had a mirror. and I just visually saw my face lift. You know, the glow of the color was just enhancing, you know,
It's
my
so
natural glow.
fascinating. It's fascinating.
It was
right?
amazing. And once I had seen it, every time I would pick up one of my pastels, I was like,
It's not for me
can't,
anymore.
yes, I can't wear it anymore. And so since then, it took a while, and, you know, no person should evolve their wardrobe right away. So my wardrobe has evolved, and now I have greens, I have blues, I have reds. Like I'd never really worn red when I lived in New York.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So you grieved basically your baby pink, and
I did grieve, and then slowly went into acceptance, and then just, you know, went full into color. And now, you know, I do offer color as, you know, a service. I call it color confidence, because to me, color confidence is about knowing that there are other colors out there for you. So when you see a black top and you see a blue top, you can be like, oh, wow, I can actually wear that blue, you know, that cobalt blue, or that, you know, cool blue. I can wear it with confidence.
So how do you determine like someone's best colors?
So you do, you know, I drape them. So I ask them, I do it virtually now because I like to be able to offer it anywhere in the world. And one
That's
way to do that is
amazing. So
virtually.
you can do it online.
Yes, but I'm doing it. So I asked them to send me some photographs of them in natural light, no makeup, you know, just really natural, barefaced, and the natural light should be on them. And then I drape them virtually using my digital drapes, and then assign them a color palette. And then we meet on Zoom, and I, you know, tell them, you know, their personal colors, and then I teach them how to wear them. And, you know, your colors can be not just reflected in your clothes, but it's also your makeup, the jewelry you wear, you know, the color you paint your nails. Like it's in your whole life. And so once you have that knowledge, you can,
You know what you use
yeah,
for yourself. I mean, to
yeah.
enhance like your natural beauty, your
Yeah.
glow.
And, you know, I say to clients, you know, it can be so overwhelming going shopping, but if you know your colors, you know, that's going to be the first, you know, filter. Walk in, you know, take your digital color palette, you know, have it on your phone, and just shop by color first. And it takes away so much of the noise, and it allows you to, you know, filter on what you're buying.
Amazing. Amazing, Sabrina. I think like what we want to convey today is that like to really like connect with colors in different ways.
Yes.
You know, from how you express yourself in the world, what you eat, and to bring back, as we said earlier.
You need color.
Yeah, you need color to have vibrancy in your life. Then you can like connect the colors from different perspective.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean, you know, from my perspective, that you need to leave black behind.
Not at all.
But it means that, you know, if you want to slowly embrace, you know, this new version of you and step into more visibility, color is a great way to do that. It's a great first step. And you could go in slow. You know, you could just go in and put a new nail color on. It doesn't, you know, mean that you have to go in and, you know.
Yeah, it's exactly the same for I think like what you put on your plate and how you see the world as well. I think in terms of mindset, do you see the world in black and white, in gray, or do you see it like with colors and vibrancy? What's your mindset as well? I think it's important, don't you think?
I do think it's important. So Sandra, I did, you know, bring a couple of drapes. So if you're watching, you know, on the video live, you know, it's a great way to just see, you know, how different colors can change the way someone appears. So
yeah, I would love to see. You know what? I did like a color analysis, I think, when I was living in Hong Kong more than 15 years ago. I don't have any memory of it. I don't know, like, what are my colors. So I would love to know more.
I think you generally, I see, when I see you dressing in your colors. So I think it comes back to once you see it, you know. So even though you may not have that palette, I think it's in the back of your head.
You think it's an unconscious like choice that I make?
Yes, yes, I think it is. I think it is. So if
should I take one of those?
Yes, if you take the first one.
Okay. How should I put it?
Just put it over your...
In front of me like that?
Yeah, and put it on your shoulders.
Okay.
Go a little bit higher. Yeah.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
that? Should I cover the
Yeah,
what I
exactly.
wear?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Because so if I was doing someone in person,
Okay.
then I would actually, be physically draping. So these are
Yeah.
just the demo drapes, and this is
Yeah.
the winter season.
Okay. And what do you
And
think?
It's so heavy. It's wearing you. And this is a cool season.
Yeah. So off
Off.
on the table.
Yeah.
We don't need this one.
Yeah.
Okay. What is this one, Sabrina?
This is the summer drape. And notice how this has silver in it too.
Okay.
So, it tells you your jewelry colors. Like once you do a color analysis, you know what jewelry colors also
can
to
wear.
wear. And, the most important thing about color is it's close to your face that matters the most.
Oh.
So like your hair color,
That's
your
an amazing
makeup,
tip.
the tops.
Yeah.
But, you can still wear black on the bottom. You can still have black accessories. That's super practical. But it's,
Yeah.
the color that is in front. So this is the summer.
And what does it say to you?
It's too light. It's too cool,
light.
too light.
Okay.
It washes you out.
Should I remove it then?
Yeah, remove it.
On the table. Okay, third
Now this
one.
is spring, and this is very vivid.
Okay. So what the expert says.
The expert says too bright.
Too bright. Oh my God. So do I still have colors that could suit me?
Yeah,
you
so
think,
there's
Sabrina?
the last
I'm
season.
worried.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we are. Last one.
I did save the best for last.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And wow, look at that harmony. So that's the autumn season. Do you think that you were color typed autumn? Look at that beautiful purple on you.
Yeah, I think the brown. I mean, the brown is matching my top there, right?
Yeah. The brown's matching your top.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I like this violet, this blue. Yeah.
I know. I love these. I love these colors on you. So the colors, they shouldn't, this is something you can do when you're in the shop, and you don't necessarily need, some people love to know exactly what their colors are, but you can think about, like, there's a couple of tips that I'm going to give. So number one.
Yes, please, please, please.
I'm going to give our listeners a couple of tips. So number one, if you haven't done your color analysis and you're struggling to think, okay, I want to wear more color, but I'm not sure what to do, you can always wear your hair color.
Oh, that's a good tip.
And this is why black looks good on me, because my hair color.
That's
And
the
look at you.
secret.
You have a beautiful, rich brown. So that you can always wear a brown. Brown is very. You're going to
It's my
find a
new
lot of brown in
color.
the shop.
Yeah.
And you can also wear your eye color. And when you wear your eye color, people are going to, their
Are
eyes.
drawn.
Yeah, they're drawn to your eyes. If you have like a green or a blue, or, your eyes have different colors, pick the color from your eye and wear it.
What else? Anything else?
Yes, I was going to say another tip is to think about the colors that you wear that you get the most compliments from, and the colors that you wear that you feel more confident in. If you're having to put on a lipstick to make the color feel right, then the color's not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my tip.
You mean like don't force it?
Yeah, don't force it. So think about the colors you get compliments from and start from there.
Mm.
And what about you, Sandra, from a nutrition, and from a plate? What are 3 tips that you would give our listeners?
Yeah, I think what's important is to start small. Don't be overwhelmed by all those the things that you listen today. I think it's very much about choosing your battles every week. So let's say week 1, I just want to clean my cabinets, for example. I just want to clear everything that is ultra processed.
Mm-hmm.
Week 2, I'm gonna add for example 2 or 3 portions of vegetables.
Mm-hmm. From the rainbow.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And then you build on that. Like that, you feel like you don't set yourself for failure. You don't say, I'm going to do everything, and then in 1 week I stop, And as soon as you embrace the new resolutions that you took, then you move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I'm going to have more spices. I'm going to have more herbs. Maybe I buy frozen herbs, frozen garlic, frozen onion. It's quicker. And you can use them. And you spice up your plate.
I order the avocado already cloved.
Yeah, exactly.
Garlic.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
It saves time.
Exactly, and you build up your plate with pleasure. It's not like it's not just about peeling vegetables. You know, you can buy like ready-made peeled vegetables and have a beautiful plate of vegetables every evening. Without much effort.
You make a good point here, because sometimes we think that buying processed food, you know, it's because it's going to be quicker. But if, you know, we just cheat and sometimes, you know, buy chopped up garlic or carrots. I remember in Whole Foods, they would sell there's a French name for it. You know, it's got the celery, the carrots and the onions. And, you know, it's a base for lots of dishes that you can quickly,
It's un fond de légumes in French. Yes.
There you go. Thank you, Sandra.
Yes. And I think it's very important to try to find quick ways to, and we can have an episode on that. I can speak for an hour. But yeah, I think like the conclusion that we want to bring to our listeners is that like reconnect with colors.
Yes. And it will help you glow on the outside by wearing color, but even by eating color, right? Your inside will glow onto your outside.
Definitely. So it's two-way traffic in a way.
Yes.
It's a win-win, right?
It is.
To bring back colors.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sabrina, today. I think like it was so insightful. I learned a lot about my colors.
So now you need to go shopping.
Yeah, of course. I bring you with me.
Happy to come. And thank you for sharing your wisdom, Sandra, as always.
My absolute pleasure.
And if you want to connect more with Sandra and I, you can follow us on Instagram at Hormones and Heels. And in the show notes, you'll find more information on our workshop, From Invisible to Visible. It's our 4-week workshop looking at health, nutrition, and, you know, mindset.
And lifestyle and, and fashion.
Yes.
And colors, and it's more than a workshop. I think we want to make it an experience for the people joining us. And I think if you are interested, head to the website, put your name on the waiting list, and we'll start from there.
Thank you for listening, and see you next time.